Convicted child predators could go free because of a ruling from the Ohio Supreme Court. It says the child enticement law is too broad and makes even innocent activities illegal. Local 12's Angela Ingram is here with why the justices ruled the way they did and the impact it could have. Angela.
Well, Rob, essentially the way the law is worded is so broad that people who don't necessarily mean any harm could still be prosecuted under it. Now that the highest state court has spoken, it's up to lawmakers to fix the language.
The law has a good intention behind it, but Ohio Supreme Court says the way it's written is a problem.
Basically, this law said you couldn't coerce, entice, coax a child under the age of 14 to do something.
The court says the statute's language is too broad and it stops people from doing innocent things that are normally legal.
They mentioned like an elderly person might pay a 13-year-old to move some boxes for them. They don't want to prohibit things of that nature.
Legal experts say the way the law is written, citizens don't really have a clear idea of what behavior is prohibited. And because people have been convicted under the child enticement law, defense attorney Mark Crumbine says lawyers will probably try to get those convictions overturned.
The Supreme Court is saying no, this law is not valid. So cases that are pending and that are on appeal, those cases would very likely be thrown out unless they had other components to them. There were actually other charges that were actually a violation of the law.
It's now up to state lawmakers to fix the wording and craft a new law that's constitutional. In the meantime, there are other statutes on the books to protect kids.
You know, you still cannot harm a child. You still can't solicit sex over the internet or in any other form. There are many, many statutes that protect children in Ohio. But this one was overly broad, and the Supreme Court said that's too far. They've gone too far.
The Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office says now that the court struck down the law, the office will be reviewing how the decision will impact pending cases. Rob, back to you.
Angela, thanks very much. Last year, an appeals court in Akron threw out the conviction of a man who was prosecuted under this law. The man was accused of trying to entice a girl by getting her to be his friend on Facebook.